So the Mrs. Sun, the M is the minutes. So approving the minutes usually. Now at our DCM we won't do that. I'll explain maybe later. Second is reports. This would be the main part. And then if there's special committees, they'll give a report. And then special orders, for example, an election. Okay, if there's an election at the spring meeting, then unfinished business from a meeting before, and then also new business. And this is where most of the business really happens in the new business usually. Okay, let me go down a little bit farther. Okay, this is one quick rule of thumb. I found there are lots of questions about majority vote or 2/3 vote, and how do you decide? So this is a quick way to think about it and decide quickly. A majority gives rights to the members, and a 2/3 vote is needed to take rights away. Okay. So if you remember those two things, most votes, all they need is a majority vote. That's most of the time. So very rarely we need a 2/3 vote. For example, if we're limiting people's right to speak, okay, during debate, or if we want to close debate and go to a vote quickly, we need a 2/3 vote because we're preventing people from speaking and debating. So we're taking the right away to speak. Okay, or if we're changing the rules, we want to change something that has been decided before, we need a 2/3 vote. Okay? So, I don't know if Azuma-san, if you're ready to do the first role play.
Right, but hold on. Let me give.
Okay. You want to explain that?
Yes. Would you please scroll up?
Okay.
To the first page.
Okay. So this is the top here.
はい、解説しますね。まずですね、パーラメンタリープロシージャーっていう議事運営、手順ですけれども、ベーシックプリンシプル、基本的な原則ですね。1番と2番があります。で、まず1番ですけども、ここにコモンコーテシーですね。fairness, balance, equal chance, things done in orderly way ってありますね。で、まず基本的にはですね、常識的な礼儀っていうんですかね。相手に対する敬意ですとか、それからフェアネス、公平性の精神、それからバランス感覚を持っていること、自分だけ喋らないとかですね。それから、平等に機会を与えること、発言の機会ですけれども、やはり、平等に、発言の機会を与える。それから、検討の機会を与えるですね。それから、things done in orderly way ですんで、秩序正しく、審議の方を進めていくと。これが、基本的な原則の1番目ですね。で、2番目なんですけども、ポライト、ですね、上品であるっていうかですね、礼儀正しくあること。それから、カインで優しく、あることですね。それから、be civil なんですけど、これちょっと私辞書引いたんですけどもね、文明人っていうんですかね、教育を受けた人間としてのですね、振る舞いをしましょうということですね。これが、原則の1番と2番です。で、これやっぱりディスカッションがヒートしてくるとですね、この原則っていうのを忘れますんで、どんなにディスカッションがヒートしても、その時はおっとやばいと、もう一遍ちょっと原則に立ち返ってみようというふうに思われるのが良いかと思います。Okay, Dan, would you scroll down? Scroll down, please. The mnemonics, yes. Yes.
Mrs. Sun or?
Yes, Mr. Sun.
Further?
No.
Oh, Mrs. Sun.
Yeah, Mrs. Sun, yeah. Would you go up a little bit? Up, yes. で、ここでですね、ニーモニックスということで、ちょっと覚え方ですね。ミセスさんでありますけど、これは一体何かなんですけども、パーラメント、議会、議事っていう会議のですね、順番ですね。で、ミセスさんなんですけども、MRSSUN ですね。で、まず最初にですね、前回の議事録の確認。 で、R はですね、これは報告ですね。いろんな報告事項。それから S は特別な委員会ですね。例えば、ディストリクト76で言うと、R に相当するのは、ディストリクトガバナーの報告であったり、ルーテナントガバナーの報告であったり、会計の報告であったりしますね。で、スペシャルコミティレポートっていうのは、例えば、ディストリクトのアラインメントコミティのレポートであったり、編成委員会ですね。それから、選挙委員会であったりと、そういった報告です。それから今度 SUN なんですけども、スペシャルオーダーズ。これは何かっていうと、例えば、定例の議会の中ではないんですけれども、例えば、DCM2 ですね。春のディストリクト大会で行われるものとしては選挙。これは例外的に行われます。そして、SUN の U ですね。Unfinished Business。これは前回の会議で、審議されたんですけれども、その会議で結局結論が出なかったもの。それを、Unfinished Business。終わってないビジネスとして、ここでまた審議するということですね。で、N、New Business。これは、新しく、皆さんに考えてください。提案があるものですね。これが MRS、SUN。こういう順番で、会議っていうのが、構成されてますよってことです。それから、OK、scroll up to the next page, please. Yes, yes. で、ここで、大事なことですね。で、マジョリティか、3分の2かですね。マジョリティっていうのは、過半数っていう意味ですね。で、過半数の意味はもう1枚のスライドで出てきます。で、3分の2かってことですね。過半数による得票か、それから3分の2による得票かというところですね。これはどういうことかっていうと、物事を決めるときに、過半数取れてれば、それで議決と、決定というものと、3分の2以上取れてないと、決定できないものがあると。で、じゃあ過半数ですね。50% を超えるということですけども、これが、取れてると決められるものに、はどんなものがあるかっていうと、権利を与えるものですね。何々をする。例えば、意思決定をするときに、何々を買う権利を与えるとかですね。クラブが何とか買うとかですね。ディストリクト76が、新しい役職を作るとかですね。そういったことですね。で、逆に3分の2っていうのは、権利を奪う方ですね。ですので、ルールを変更するとかですね。ある人の、議論の時間を制限するとか、そういったことですね。こういったときに、3分の2なのか、それともマジョリティなのかっていう区別があります。はい。OK, Dan. Back to you.
Okay. Okay. So, are you ready? Do you think we're ready for the first role play?
Yes, please.
Short one.
OK. で、今からですね、
Okay.
ロールプレイで実際にですね、シナリオに沿ってやってみます。で、OK. Dan, would you please show us the scenario, please? Or the dialogue, please?
Sure.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay, how many people do we need? Okay, I think chair is you. Okay, I take
Okay.
member A. So we need chair A, B, C, right? And we need volunteer. Okay, the chair is Dan. Member A is me. Member B, I ask Toastmaster Adachi, Maria Adachi. And I need one more person, member C. どなたかメンバー C をやってくれる方いらっしゃいますか？挙手をお願いします。ここにあるシナリオをそれっぽく読んでいただくだけで結構です。どなたかやってください。男性がいいですね。と言って女性でもいいです。どなたでも結構です。
Or maybe if Mari did C because it's longer and
Right.
get a volunteer for B.
OK? ではですね、どうしようかな。では、指名しますね。指名こちらから。源さん。源さんにお願いします。源さんいますよね。源いた。はい。源さんミュート外しますんで、はい。源さんはメンバー B をやってください。ちょっと心の中でリハーサルやってくださいね。で、皆さんちょっと想像してほしいんですけども、これが11月16日、日曜日のですね、ディストリクトカウンシルミーティング、ディストリクト評議会の中で起こっているとします。で、ここのチェアっていうのは、 ディストリクトガバナーの渡辺久さんです。ただ今はちょっとこれ、ロールプレイでやりますんで、ダンさんにやってもらいます。チェアっていうのはディストリクトガバナーですね。で、メンバー A っていうのはどっかの会長、メンバー B っていうのは VP かもしれない。メンバー C っていうのはまたどっか別のクラブの会長かもしれないってことです。今はディストリクト評議会の中にいます。Okay? じゃあ、ロールプレイやっていきますね。源さん OK ですか？ OK? はいって言ってくれます？
Okay, we're all right.
どうかな？源さん準備できてないかもしれない。Not sure. Okay, so Dan, please use the female voice and read the member B. Okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So
I'll
you
try.
play double role.
Okay. So this scenario we have trouble. Oh, okay. There's someone on the line.
はい。
Good.
どなたでしょう？
渡辺です。
はい、渡辺さん。
渡辺です。
はいはい。
私やっても構わないです。
じゃあメンバー B やってくれますか？
メンバー B ですか？はい、了解です。
お願いします。じゃあ、足立まりさん、メンバー C お願いできますか？
はい、わかりました。
Okay. Okay, we are ready, Dan.
Okay. So this is there's trouble. Okay, there's trouble. So while you're listening, listen. Do you hear any mistakes? What's going on? Are there any mistakes? Okay. Here we go. I'm the chair. Okay. Is there any new business?
Yes, I moved that we hold a spring conference in April.
Oh, that's stupid idea. We should leave it in May.
Why you say stupid?
Is there any other debate?
I don't like the idea either. Also, the rent for projectors at conference is too high. I think we should buy projectors for the district and save our money.
Okay. Everybody's got a different idea. Well, why don't we just take a vote on it? Okay? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, I think the ayes have it. Are there any other motions? Okay. Does anyone hear any mistakes or see anything strange going on? I don't know if it's possible for people to comment or write text or something, or I can't see anything for text, but...
Okay, Dan. I see Toastmaster Sasaki Akira raise his hand, so I give his speaker on mute. 佐々木さんどうぞお話しください。質問ですか？
No, I have trouble to in this system because I can't see any image from my computer, although I can hear clearly the voice of your participants.
Okay.
So I have some trouble in mechanical trouble.
Okay, that's fine. Well, we have the recording. We are recording this session, so you can check after this online seminar. Okay, the video is going to be available for everyone. Thank you, Toastmaster Sasaki.
Okay, also, while he's asking, at the bottom on his screen, if there's a little mark on the bottom, the GoToMeeting mark, or GoToWebinar mark, if he clicks on that, it might give him the screen. Does he see that at the bottom? GoToWebinar.
Okay, Toastmaster Sasaki, are you able to see the mark Dan is pointing?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you are unmuted. I can read in the top of the screen.
Okay. Anyway, if you have any difficulty or the mechanical or technical problems, don't worry. We are recording this session, and you can later on check the video. Okay? Okay, Dan, back to you.
Okay. Is there anyone else that sees any trouble with this meeting dialogue?
Hold on. I have another... Oh, okay. Go ahead, please. Dan?
Yes,
Yeah, back to you.
Oh, okay. does anyone else see anything wrong with this meeting here, this meeting dialogue? Do they see any troubles with the dialogue?
Okay, I see Toastmaster Taguchi raise her hand. Okay, 田口さんどうぞ。田口さん。田口幸子さん。
Hello?
はい。
Hello?
Okay?
Hello? Okay. I don't know if we should call it as a mistake or not, but I just wonder, A and C are having a different conversation, I mean, the different topic. That's
Very
why I wanted to inform. So they are not on the same topic, and we have to discuss, I mean.
Very good. So one of the principles is to do one thing at a time. So the first is moving the spring conference to April, and then somebody has a different idea completely, something about projectors, so they're completely unrelated. So this is actually, the second one is out of order, or would technically be called not germane, but out of order, they would say you can't raise that second motion. So very good, excellent. Anyone else see anything strange in this dialogue?
はい、OK. Then, let me explain in Japanese. はい、今ですね、田口さんが挙げてくださったのはですね、メンバー A っていうのは、春季スプリングコンファレンスを4月にしましょうと。でもメンバー C っていうのは、プロジェクターをレンタルするのは非常に高くつくんで、ディストリクトでプロジェクターを買いましょうって違うこと言ってますよね。で、ダンさんの説明なんですけども、今、スプリングコンファレンスを4月にやるっていうことを話しているときに、こういう全然違うことを、話をするのはアウトオブオーダーだということをおっしゃいました。一つのことは、一回にですね、一つのことを一つずつ処理するっていうのは原則です。Okay, Dan?
Good. So one motion on the floor at a time. So the spring conference, that has to be somehow decided or dealt with or given to a committee, or something has to be done with that first, and it has to be finished, and then you can move to the projector. So very, very good. Okay. I don't know if there are other hands raised, so why don't we go down a little further? Okay, have you heard people say things like this? Okay, let me go back up a little bit. Okay, have you heard members say things like this at the end of a meeting? Wow, that was a great meeting. Everything went smoothly. It was fast and short, but I don't clearly know what was decided or what to do. After the meeting, what do I do? What do people do? Or the next person says, don't worry, I'm sure that someone else will take care of it. It was a good meeting though. So they're confused, they don't know what was decided, but oh, it was a great meeting. Okay, so what was decided? Who should do what after the meeting? These are not clear. When is the task supposed to be completed, the deadline? None of this is clear from the dialogue above. And then no one does anything, and there's no action after the meeting. Okay, do you want to explain?
Yes. Okay. 今ですね、ダンさんが説明されたところなんですけども、このですね、ディストリクトの評議会が終わった後で、こんなですね、声がありました。わあ、とってもいいミーティングでした。もうすべてがスムーズに進んだし、すべてがスピーディーに短く終わりました。だけど、何が決まって何をしなきゃいけないのかよくわかんなかったね。って言ったら別の人がですね、大丈夫だよと。誰かがやってくれると思いますよと。まあ、いいミーティングだったじゃないですかと。こんな会話がありました。で、一体これは、本当にいい、評議会だったと言えるんでしょうかと。で、まずですね、考えるポイントとしては、その評議会が結果を出せたかどうかの考えるポイントとしては、何が決まったのか。で、この評議会が終わった後で、誰が何をしなければならないのかっていうのが明確であること。それから、その 決まったことがいつまでに終わらなければならないのかっていうデッドライン。これがちゃんと明確になっただろうかっていうのが、結果が出せた評議会だったかどうかの、考えるポイントです。で、もしですね、これに対してどうもよく分かってなかったとしたら、それはあまりいい会議ではなかったということになります。Okay, back to you, Dan.
ありがとうございます。Very good. Okay. And if anyone has a question or a comment as we go through these, please raise your hand, okay?
質問があれば日本語でもいいんですよ。Yeah, go ahead.
Was that someone raising their hand?
No, I don't see any hands.
Okay. Oh, okay. So I just heard a little to-do. Okay, so I'll go down. Let's go to the next part of the dialogue here. And this will be the same dialogue, but we're going to have a few comments, what's happening, okay? All right.
はい、2番目のダイアログに行きます。Okay, go ahead, please.
Okay, so let's try one more time with some narration. Okay, the chair. Is there any new business?
Yes, I move that we hold the spring conference in April.
Okay.
Narration?
Member B, like, that's stupid idea. We should leave it in May.
Okay, let's stop for a minute here and look at the narration. Okay, so member A, did the chair recognize the speaker? Okay, maybe they may have been a small meeting and they nodded their head or they looked at them and go ahead. Okay, maybe that's okay. But if they did not recognize the speaker, the speaking is out of order. Okay? Not the person, but the speaking.
Right. Okay, let me explain. 皆さん、ここは非常に大事なところですね。チェアがIs there any new business? って言ったときにですね、メンバー A が Yes, I move that we hold っていうふうに発言を始めてますけれども、ここで大事なことは、議長がですね、このメンバー A に対しての発言を許したかどうかなんです。で、もし許してなければアウトオブオーダーってことになります。で、議長が発言を許したかどうかっていうのは、議長がもしかしたらうなずいたかもしれない。あるいは、明確に誰それさんっていうふうに名前を呼んだかもしれないってことですね。で、それがない場合っていうのは、それはですね、アウトオブオーダーってことになって、発言は許されないですね。で、大事なことはですね、その話を始めたことがアウトオブオーダーであって、その人がアウトオブオーダーではないってことですね。まあ、罪を含んで人を憎まずってことでしょうか。Okay, back to you, Dan.
Okay. So the next member B said, that's a stupid idea, right? Okay, that's a stupid idea. Now, let's look at the comment. Judging the idea, good or bad. Stupid, okay, using words and names of this is good or bad. This is against the debate rules. All comments must be focused on the merits or the demerits of the motion. Reasons for the motion or reasons against the motion. Not, oh, that's a stupid idea. Okay, so we have to stay away from judging people and motions. So it's not a judgment of the motion good or bad. Okay, so I'll let you maybe explain that.
Okay. 今ですね、that's a stupid idea って言いましたけども、stupid っていうような、そんなジャッジっていうんですかね、そういうことを言っちゃいけないってことですね。あくまで、そのアイデアが持つメリット、デメリットにフォーカスするということに、心がけてください。Okay?
Okay. And also, the speaker is not recognized by the chair. Okay, so member A is speaking, and member B jumps in quickly. Okay.
Yeah, well, go ahead, and later on I will explain. Yeah.
Okay, that's okay. So also, there's no second to the first speaker's motion. There's no second. Okay, but this is a special case. Okay, kind of a trick question. The second is not needed. Why not? This is because a second is needed to make sure that more than one person is interested in discussing a motion. But in this case, a second person has already started discussing, so the motion is already automatically seconded. So this is kind of special situation.
はい。2番目ですね。1番、2番、3番ってありますけど、2番目ですけども、このスピーカー、メンバー B はですね、チェアに対してチェアから発言の許可をもらってないですね。これはよろしくないですね。それと3番目ですけども、本来メンバー A がモーションを上げてますんで、ここではセカンドっていうのが来るはずなんですけども、この会話っていうのはですね、セカンドっていうのはないですね。で、通常は、セカンドっていうのは、一人以上の方が、やらないといけないんですよね。誰かがモーション、動議を出したら、必ずでもないんですけども、セカンドっていうのを一人以上の人が出さなきゃいけない。誰も出さない場合は、そのモーション、動議は、デッドになって、もう、審議する価値なしってことになりますので、それで終わりです。で、ダンさんがここでですね、スペシャルケースっていうことでおっしゃいましたのは、この会話ではセカンドがありません。しかし、メンバー B がですね、That's a stupid idea っていうことで、この A の、発言を認めているので、自動的にセカンドされたことと考えられるようになっているということをおっしゃったんですけど、ちょっと私ここあまり納得できないので、ダンさんに質問してみたいと思います。So Dan, in this case, no second, right? But you
Right.
said this seems to be a motion is already and automatically seconded, right?
Right.
But is this against the basic Roberts rule?
No. This is okay. So in Roberts, it says if someone starts debating, then it's automatically seconded. There's two people that want to talk about it.
Okay.
So the purpose of the second is to make sure more than one person is interested in talking about the topic.
Okay. So in this case, okay, yes, I move the motion. I move that we hold a spring conference in April, and no second, right? But the member B jump in, and well, let's assume he didn't say that's a stupid idea. Okay, he jump in and say we should leave it in May. Okay, in this scenario, we still don't hear second from member B, but it seems to be that the member B seconded.
That's right.
Oh, okay. That's new
Yes, because
information to me. はい、すいません。この場合ですね、例えば That's a stupid idea っていうのはまあ余計な一言なんですけども、セカンドがなくてメンバー B が We should leave it in A っていうふうに、対案を出したっていうことでディベートが始まった。つまりそこには暗黙のセカンドがあったとみなされるということです。これはちょっと私も知りませんでした。Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's go to the next one. So the chair, is there any other debate? Okay, so really B, they've maybe spoken against it, maybe for and against, but the chair should make sure they're calling on a for speaker and against speaker, and a for speaker and against speaker, and they should try to keep this balance. So the chair maybe is not doing that fairly and balanced. It's not clear, but should alternate from pro to con, and try to keep it as even as possible.
Okay. あるモーションが出て、その後ですね、ディスカッションのところに入るんですけれども、チェアはですね、まず最初に賛成意見を聞きます。で、賛成意見一人目が終わったら今度反対意見を聞きます。で、反対意見を一人が終わったらまた賛成意見持ってる2番目の方に聞きます。で、反対意見を持ってる人がいれば、今度反対意見の人を聞きます。こういうふうに交互にですね、皆さんに発言の機会を与えていくということですね。Okay, go ahead.
Okay. So really the chair should say is... Oh, go ahead.
Okay?
すいません、私ちょっと手を挙げられないので、
はい、
声から失礼なんですけど、ちょっと質問があるんですけど、
はい、
もし例えば賛成の方が4人5人いらっしゃって、反対の方が1人しかいらっしゃらないと。で交互に発言すると、 反対の方の発言すぐ終わっちゃうと思うんですけど、その際、数がアンバランスだった場合はどのようにチェアはハンドルすればよろしいでしょうか。
Okay, Dan, did you understand what Toastmaster was saying?
Yes. Yes. Very good question. Yes. Okay, so you have many people speaking for motion, and maybe one or two that want to speak against, and they're waiting in line. Okay, how do you balance? So you alternate as much as you can, and if there are no more that want to speak against, you can ask, is there, after one or two people have spoken for the motion, then the chair should ask very clearly, is there anyone who would like to speak against the motion? And if there's no one, then maybe it's time to take a vote. Okay, because there could be many people lined up. I want to speak for it, but there's no one against it, maybe. So it may be time to take a vote, but that's a good point. You should try to keep a balance, but if it's lopsided, there's many on one side already that want to speak, and there's not many on the other side, let everyone speak that you can, and then maybe someone in the group, they may say, previous question, which means closed debate, let's take a vote now. Okay, so hopefully someone in the group will help the chair that way. Does that make sense?
ありがとうございます。Yes. Thank you very much.
Okay, so Dan, let me add some more explanation.
Sure.
皆さんですね、ちょっと今の想定、ちょっと議場を思い浮かべていただきたいんですけれども、ですね、会議によっては、賛成の方と反対の方ですね、その会議場の真ん中に2列に並んでいただいて、賛成の人は向かって右側に並んでください。賛成意見がある人はね。反対意見がある人は向かって左側に並んでください。っていうふうに明確に賛成意見の人と反対の意見の人が、見えるようにですね、並んでもらって、そして交互に発言してもらうっていうような場合があります。で、今の渡辺さんの質問は、例えば賛成意見持ってる人は5人並んでいると。その列にね。で、反対意見の人は1人しかいないっていう場合ですよね。で、この場合に、反対意見1人しかいなかったらどうなるんだっていうことで、で、ダンさんの、今おっしゃったことなんですけども、全部、賛成意見、反対意見もですね、全員ちょっと発言させるっていうのと、それからもう賛成意見ちょっと多いんで、ちょっとバランスもあるんで、previous question っていうそういったモーションがあるんですね。で、previous question っていうのは、そこでもうですね、ボートに入りましょう、投票に入りましょうという動議なんです。それを議場から誰かが上がると、賛成意見まだ言ってない人がいたとしても、そこでもうですね、賛成意見、反対意見の審議打ち切りで、すぐにですね、投票に入ります。そういったやり方もあるということですね。
Right. Okay. So try to keep a balance, and if it's really unbalanced, maybe it's time to take a vote. Okay. All right. Now, member C. Okay, I don't like the idea either. Now this is changing this. Number one, the member is not recognized by the chair, so you have to go through the chair and ask the chair, I want to speak, or is it okay if I speak now, and wait your turn. So number one, the member is not recognized. They just start speaking quickly. Okay? And then they're not discussing the merits and demerits of the main motion that's currently pending, the currently pending motion. That's what's on the floor now that's being talked about. And they're raising a new motion while another main motion is still on the floor. So they're not following the rule, one thing at a time. Okay?
Okay. メンバー C はですね、何を提案しているかっていうと、プロジェクターをレンタルするのはやめて、ディストリクトで買いましょうっていうことを言ってます。で、これは先ほど上がったディストリクトコンファレンスを4月にやりましょうっていうね、メインモーションとは関係ないモーションですよね。で、これを上げてることっていうのは、ですね、3番の ところですね、メインモーションがまだペンディングの状態、まだ審議途中の状態で新しいモーションを上げるっていうのは、アウトオブオーダーですよってことですね。それからちょっと1番に戻りますけれども、このメンバー C さんはですね、チェア、議長から発言の許可をもらってないと。ですね。これメンバー B さんの場合は、議長から発言の許可をもらってない。これ良くないんですけれども、メンバー C さんもまたですね、発言の許可をもらってないと。それから、メンバー C さんはですね、メインモーションのその4月にディストリクトコンファレンスをやることに対するメリット、デメリットについて一切触れずに新しいモーションを上げる。これも全然ダメだということです。
Okay, good. Okay, now the next part here is the chair after that. Okay, let's take a vote on it, okay? Maybe the chair's feeling impatient. Let's just get this finished with. But the problem here, look at this. The chair did not restate the motion. Okay, it's not clear. What is the motion? What are we voting on? We don't know what we're voting on. There are two main motions. What are we voting on? What are we voting about? It's very, very, very unclear. So the chair should restate the full motion before the vote, asking for the vote. Okay, Azuma-san?
Okay. ここでね、チェアが、OK, let's take a vote. じゃあ投票しましょうって言ってますけれども、議長はですね、何に対して投票するかっていうですね、上がったモーションを繰り返してないんで、何に対して投票するかっていうのは明確にしていません。非常にこれは混乱を招きます。Yes, please.
Okay.
Yep.
And then the chair says, all those in favor say aye. And then there's some aye. And then, okay, the ayes have it. Finished. Okay, whoa, wait a minute. The negative vote must always be taken. Okay, no, I didn't understand this before, but we had a situation where this was important. I'll explain in a minute. So, are the ayes really in the majority? Or are they just very noisy and loud? So this, sometimes you want to take a standing vote or a counted vote or something else. But the negative vote must be taken. For example, here's a true story. We had 14 people in a room. We were trying to decide a very difficult decision. And we said, how many are in favor of this, doing this? 2 people raised their hand. There's 14 people in the room. Only 2 raised their hand. I'm in favor of this. Now, if we only take the yes vote, is that a majority? There's 14 in the room. Only 2 say yes, let's do it. So at the beginning it looks like, okay, there's not enough people. But we had to take the negative vote. How many people are against this? Only 1 person. 2 people were for, 1 person against. All of the other members in the room, 11 members, were silent. They did not care, so they were not voting. So you have to count the total votes. There were 3 votes total. There were 2 yes. That's a majority. So the motion passed. True story. Okay, do you want to explain
Yes. Okay.
maybe the negative vote or the reason?
OK. 皆さん、ここのね、チェアの発言見てほしいんですけども、OK, let's take a vote on it. All those in favor say aye. で、たくさんの人が aye っていうふうに言ったとします。OK, the ayes have it. Are there any other motions? で、これで、このチェアは片付けてしまったんですね。で、これは、非常にですね、紛らわしいっていうか何が決まったのかまずわからないです。で、先ほど言いましたように、このチェアは何に対して投票するかっていうのをまず明確に言ってないです。で、言ってないのに、もう all those in favor say aye。賛成の人は aye と言ってくださいっていうふうにですね、いきなり投票の方に持ち込みました。で、たくさんの人が aye って言いました。で、これでもう aye で可決だっていうふうに決めてますけども、正しいやり方っていうのは必ず反対の人はノーって ネイとかノーとか言ってくださいって聞かなきゃいけないんですよね。で、そこを飛ばしているというところはですね、まずこれは致命的な間違いです。Dan, would you please scroll up?
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, my computer screen is very small. So,
Oh, okay, sure.
yeah. はい。で、必ずですね、賛成意見の、投票の時は賛成意見と反対意見っていうのを聞かなきゃいけないということです。ただこれね、私いろんなクラブで見てますけれども、反対意見を聞かないで、そのままね、賛成の人、賛成多数ですね。まあ、確かにね、見るからに賛成意見の方が多いっていうのはわかるんですけども、賛成意見が多数だからといって反対意見を聞かないっていうのは、やっぱりこれ処理上、誤りです。必ず賛成意見、反対意見っていうのを聞いて、明確に賛成意見が多かったですねって、やらないといけないってことですね。それから、先ほどダンさんが14人しかいない、14人いる、会議で、ある案件でですね、賛成の人って言ったら3人の人が手を挙げた。反対の人、ちょっと数は違うかもしれないですけども、反対の人って言ったら1人が手を挙げた。で、残るですね、10人の人は、どちらにも手を挙げなかった。ただし、この場合は、投票的にはですね、賛成多数で可決となります。Okay, I think I explained what you said.
Good, very, very good. Okay. So also, the chair here says, okay, the ayes have it. Are there any other motions? And moves directly on. So supposedly the ayes have it. So they have won, supposedly, but we don't know clearly. And also, what does the vote mean? Did the motion pass or not? This is not announced. And what's the effect? If the motion has passed, what happens next? What's going on? What's the action the group takes next? This must be clearly stated by the chair. So, for example, here, I have a few lists. The vote result has to be announced. The ayes have it or the noes have it. Then next, the motion passed or not, or adopted or lost. Okay, whichever words you like. And then the third thing, this is very important, what the group must do if the motion passes, and who is in charge of follow-up. Also, what time limit to complete the task, or when is a progress report due. These are very, very important. Okay?
はい、OK, let me explain. もう一つですね。
篠原さんが手を挙げておられるようです。
はい、篠原さんにはちょっと待ってくれるようにチャットでお願いしました。はい。で、ここでですね、OK, eyes have it. で、愛の方が多かったっていうふうに言ってるんですけれども、その後でですね、じゃあこれはモーションとして、採決されたのかっていうのはここで述べられていません。それから、その採決された結果どうなるかっていうのも述べられていないっていうところで、ここは不十分であるということです。で、すいません。今ちょっと渡辺さんから篠原さん手を挙げてるってことをおっしゃられたので、篠原さんにアンミュートにしますね。はい、篠原さんどうぞ。
すいません。ちょっと5、6分前のところに戻っちゃうんですが、はい、渡辺ガバナーが質問された、はい、そのチェアが賛成者は右に、反対者は左に並んでくださいという整理をしたら、片っぽがすごく多くて、片っぽ一人だったというような場合のケースに関連してなんですが、私これ現物は見たことないんですけども、その時チェアはですね、その並んだ人に向かって、同じことを繰り返してはいけないと、1番目の人が発言したのと同じことを言おうと思ってた人が後ろに並んでるのはもう、その話が出たら引っ込んでくださいというような交通整理をすることでとても効率化ができると、これは見たんじゃなくて話に聞いたんですが、そういう指示も加えると、一旦1人対10人で並んでも、10人側実は同じ理由の人が多くて、1人と2人とか3人になっちゃうような、そういうことが期待できるんじゃないかなと思いまして、チェアはそういう指示を、合わせて出した方がいいんじゃないでしょうかという質問です。
Dan, did you understand what Toastmaster Shinohara said?
Ooh, I was typing, so I didn't
Okay,
hear everything.
right,
So
okay.
sorry about that.
Let's say, we have for line and against line. Okay, in the for line we have
Okay.
10 people. Against line we have one. But 10 of the people supporting the motion, okay, we have 10.
Okay.
But 4 of them have the same opinion,
Oh, okay.
right? And the 2 of them have
Okay.
different but same opinion. So can chair say that, okay, if the second speaker or third speaker has the same opinion, would you please refrain from expressing your idea? Can a chair say that?
Okay, that's a great question. Okay, and you have to be very sensitive and careful because people get either hurt or angry
Mhm.
easily
Mm.
in some situations. So let's say there are 2 or 3 people and they're saying the exact same thing. The chair can say, "Thank you, we've heard that point one time. Do you have another point to support this motion? Do you have something to add, something new or different?" And they might say, "Well, no." And say, "Okay, can we hear from another speaker or the against side?" And then move on to another person. Okay. But it's very sensitive. You have to be careful not to say, "Oh, we've heard that before. Can you shut up and sit down?" so so if you're gentle about it and say, "Okay, well, thank you for sharing that point. The speaker before you mentioned that. Do you have something to add to that or something new to add?" Okay, this is maybe one way to handle that.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
同じことを、なんか違う、皆さんに対して同じ意見の方を、あれですよね、同じ意見言わないでくれって言ったら、まあ、言う人は傷ついたり怒ったりしますんで、違う意見があればおっしゃってくださいみたいな言い方をして、うまくハンドルしていくってことですね。
はい、ありがとうございます。
Okay, Dan, it's 9:52.
Okay, yes. Okay, I think this dialogue is beat to death. So, okay, I put one quick note here, seconding when it's not needed and also when it's not a point of order. So this is in the Robert's Rules of Order if you have the book on page 37, lines 6 to 16. So if anyone wants to make a memo or note of that to look at either maybe later on afterwards. Okay. What I'd like to do is go to some of the multiple choice. Are those ready, or I don't know what the status is?
From the time management perspective, I recommend we go to the next scenario.
Oh, the next dialogue.
Right, next dialogue.
Oh, okay.
What do you think?
Okay, we can do that.
All right.
Let's see. Well, where do I go here? Okay. So here's script 2. Now this is done well. Okay, the first one was trouble. Now this is done well. So let's see how this is handled here.
Okay.
Now we still need, I think, 3 people or
yes.
4?
Okay, the same people. Okay, chair is you, Dan.
Okay. So
member A is myself. Member B is Toastmaster Watanabe, and member C is Toastmaster Adachi.
Okay, this one may be AB only. I'm not sure.
AB
okay.
only. Okay, so this time Toastmaster Adachi plays a member B's role. So Toastmaster Watanabe, please take a rest there.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the first go through and see what it sounds like. Okay, the chair. Is there any new business?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Oh, please go to the microphone and state your name, your club, your voting rights as president, VPE, or proxy, and show your voting card.
Okay, my name is Hanako Suzuki, Akita Toastmasters Club, and I'm a president of the club. I move that we hold the spring conference in April instead of May in 2015.
Second.
It is moved and seconded that the spring conference be held in April instead of May in 2015. Is there any debate?
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Toastmaster Suzuki.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. District officer training is in June. May is very close to June, so it is hard to make travel plan and arrangement for time off to work. If the conference is in April, it will be easier for new officers to attend training in June. I ask members to vote for this motion.
Great, thank you, Toastmaster Suzuki. Is there anyone who would like to speak against the motion?
Yes, Chairman. I'm Shintaro Abe, VPE of Awajishima Toastmasters Club. April is very busy with the new school year and job transfers. I think May is the best month for the conference. I urge members to vote against this motion.
Thank you. Is there a speaker for the motion? Okay, and then here the chair alternates for against as much as possible. Then debate starts to quiet down, okay, and people are maybe finished speaking, it seems like. So the chair says, are you ready for the question? Okay, and then if there's silence, this means no one's really interested in speaking, so the chair can just go straight ahead. The motion is that we hold the spring conference in April instead of May in 2015. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say no.
No.
Okay, so now this is a situation we're not sure which side has it. It sounds like 1 and 1. So I'll just take one and see if you can handle it yourself. Okay, the ayes have it, and the motion is adopted. The spring conference in 2015 will be held in April. Is there any further new business? Okay. Now, at the very ending, could something be done by the people in the audience listening, the members? The ayes have it. Do they really have it? What do you think?
Well, Dan, would you please go to the nose part and then go back to this part?
Oh, okay, great. Okay, so let's say the no's are in the majority, or it sounds like it. Okay, the no's have it, and the motion is lost. The spring conference in 2015 will be held in May as usual. Is there any further new business?
Okay, let me add an explanation real quickly. 皆さん、
Okay, sure.
ここでですね、Are you ready for the question? 皆さん、投票の準備はよろしいですか？チェアが言います。で、ここでですね、the motion is ということで、もう一遍ここで、出てきた動議を繰り返してます。で、all those in favor 賛成の方、say I と言ってください。all those opposed 反対の方、no と言ってください。で、賛成が多ければ、the ayes have it and the motion is adopted。で、反対の方が多かった、no が多かった場合は、the noes have it and the motion is lost。というふうに、明確にどっちの結果だったかということを告げて、でその次に、スプリングコンファレンスはいつやるんだということを述べて、で、その次に行きましょうということです。で、今、ダンさんが先ほど言われたのは、声による投票の場合、どちらかはっきりしない場合がありますんで、そんな場合はどうするんだってことですね。So then, let's discuss a scenario in which we are not sure which sounds louder.
Okay, good. So if we're not sure which is louder,
Yep.
then what can the members do? If the chair just announces one side or the other, the chair says, okay, the ayes have it, the motion is adopted. What can the members do at that point? If anyone wants to raise their hand or have a comment.
この時の処理についてご存知の方、挙手をお願いします。Okay? Dan?
Okay. So no takers, I guess. Okay, if the chair announces, okay, the ayes have it, and the motion's adopted, but you are listening and you're not clear, it's not clear to you, any member has the right. They don't need to be recognized, they can just shout out division. Anyone can do that. They can say division, and this means I'm not clear, I'm not sure if that's the right vote, or if that's the correct side that had the majority. So what division means is a standing vote, but it's not counted. It's only visual for the chair to look at the room. So it's only visual. So division is only visual at first. Okay. And if the
Yeah, go ahead.
you want to do that?
No. Go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. And if the chair can decide, oh, this is too close, I want it counted, the chair can decide to count the vote. If the chair does not do that, then the members can make a motion that the vote be counted. And then it takes a majority to have the count. Okay.
Okay. これよくあるんですけれども、声による投票した場合ですね、愛、50人か何人かが愛って賛成って言いますよね。で、反対の人も同じぐらいいて、議長がどっちが多かったかよくわからない。あるいは、反対派の人が、なんか同じに聞こえたんだけど、議長が賛成だっていうふうに宣言して、そのモーションを可決してしまったと。それはもちろんそんなよくわかんない状態での可決って不利なわけですよね。で、そんなことが起こった場合は、その会議場の誰でもいいです。大きな声でディビジョンっていうふうに叫んでください。で、ディビジョンっていうのは、声による投票の結果がよくわからないときに、ちゃんと見えるように、採決をしてくださいっていう時の特別な動議です。ディビジョンっていうだけですね。で、そうすると、チェアは次にやることっていうのは、スタンディングボートですね、起立による、その場でですね、起立していただいて、どっちが多いかを数える。そういった投票です。で、それでもわからない場合は、誰かが動議を上げて、数えるっていうですね、投票じゃなくてもいいんです。実際に数を数えるっていう投票をします。それで白黒をはっきりつけようってことです。Okay, Dan?
So, very good. Okay. So shall we go to the explanation, the commentary a bit?
Right.
Is everyone ready for that?
Hold on.
Excuse me, I have a question.
Please.
Yeah, sure.
質問あるんですけどよろしいでしょうか。
どうぞ。
今のナラティブの最初にですね、プロキシの方がモーションを上げられるというふうな記述があったんですけど、トーストマスターズインターナショナルのポリシーを今、チャットのところで送ったんですけど、私がこの文章を見る限り、プロキシの方は、カウンシルデリバレーションに参加できないように読めるんですけど、ダンさんいかがでしょうか。
Okay, if I understand correctly, from what I understand, if you are carrying the proxy, you can enter debate and you can make motions and you can vote because you have the power. The person who you're voting for, they gave you that power and that right to vote for them and to debate.
Yes,
But
that sounds very common sense. But I found a description in the Toastmasters International Proxy, which I sent a chat message. So would you please repeat quick?
On the chat message on this?
Yes, Dan, are you able to see the chat message? It says, okay, district committee chairs and others whose participation the council requires may attend. Members attending the district conference who are not voting member of the council or their proxy may attend, but do not participate in council deliberations.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So these are members that have no voting power. These are just observing members. These are not proxies.
Right, but it said their proxy may attend but do not participate in council deliberation.
Okay, so, okay, I don't know if you can see the chat window where I'm at here too, but the who are not voting members of the council, or they are not the proxies of voting members, is my interpretation. So they're not carrying a proxy, and they're not a member of the council.
Not their proxies.
They're not carrying a proxy.
Mm.
So members attending who are not voting members, or they are not proxies of voting members. So these are people that have no proxy, they're not carrying a proxy, and they're not a member of the council either. They have no voting rights. Does that make sense?
Okay, maybe we can discuss it later.
Yeah, please.
Oh, okay.
I need your help here.
Okay.
Oh, okay. That's
Yep.
okay. And if you send me by email too, then I can make sure I've got the word. Okay, great. Thank you.
Okay, we have 24 minutes only.
Okay. Can we do just maybe a quick commentary, and then is there time to do the multiple choice? And I can bring that up on my computer with the like I'm doing now with just a document, if that's okay. And then maybe people can vote in the chat box and just put ABC or something. Would that work?
Which one? Which question?
Okay, if we do the multiple choice.
Yeah, such as?
Later. Okay, I'd have to look at what it is.
Yeah.
But anyway, why don't we do a quick commentary, okay? So this dialogue here, very quickly, is there new business, and then standing. Yes, Mr. Chairman. So they're probably at the microphone, okay? So the speaker waits to be recognized. They're waiting. And then the chair tells them exactly what to do, clearly tells them what to do. They give their name slowly and clearly, and they immediately state a motion. So one of Robert's rules is no discussion if there's no motion on the floor. So they should state a motion first, and then we can have debate. Okay? Do you want to explain that?
Yeah, well, please go through and I explain later.
Oh, okay, great. Okay. Okay, and then someone yells out second. Now, to do this person who yells second, they do not need recognition from the chair. This is like the division situation also. Just anyone can yell out second, and that's perfectly fine. Okay? Now the chair restates the motion very clearly. And then the next part, this is interesting, I think, is member A, they're probably still standing after the motion, and they're waiting. The maker of the motion has the first right to speak, so they don't have to worry about, I've got to hurry and jump in and say, I want to speak, because the chair should give them the first right to speak. So they should, if they're standing there and they're waiting, the chair should call on them first. Okay? All right, then next, member A, the comments, all of these comments are directly about the merit of the motion only. They're not about other members, they're not judging the motion good or bad. Okay, and they're clear at the ending. At the beginning, they say, I'm for the motion usually, or I'm against the motion at the very beginning. And in the ending, they're clearly asking or telling everyone what type of vote they're hoping for. So they're asking people to vote a certain way. This also is important. I've been in a big meeting where someone said, I'm for the motion, and then they spoke for a long time about why, and when they got to the end, I said, wait a minute, were they for or against? What do they want me to do? So at the end of your speech, tell what you want them to do. Okay? And then the chair keeps balance between the two sides here. Okay? Is there anyone who would like to speak against the motion? And then later on, anyone to speak for the motion? Okay, so trying to keep the balance. And then also speaker B, member B, at the ending also, I urge members to vote against the motion. Okay? So then alternates, keeps the steps clear, so the chair is helping the members follow along what's going on. So the chair is explaining a little bit as they go. Okay? Alternates, then keeps things clear. Are you ready for the question? Or is there further debate? And then allows continued debate. If members want to continue, the members are in control. Okay? And if the members want to stop debate, they can say previous question and try to cut the debate off. But that needs 2/3 vote. Okay, then at the ending, the chair again restates the motion so everybody knows exactly what are we voting on. They know very clearly what is the vote about, what are we voting on. Keeps it very, 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 very clear. And then it explains very clearly how to vote. Okay? All those in favor say aye. All those opposed say no. Or raise your card or stand up or something. Okay? So very clearly how to vote. And then at the ending states the vote result, the motion outcome, and the effect of the action to be taken on both of those. Okay? Kazuma-san?
Okay, we should follow up to the first line of the series of conversation.
Okay, is that...
はい、皆さん、この形がですね、一番綺麗に、道義が上がって採決まで行った時の形です。一番最初にですね、チェアがニュービジネスはありますかって聞いてますね。で、ここで、メンバー A さんが、チェアマンに対して、ミスターチェアマンというふうに呼びかけて、私発言がありますというふうに呼びかけてます。で、ここで必ず自分が指名される、発言を許可されるのを待たなきゃいけない。それを待たなくして発言してはいけないということですね。で、チェアが Please go to the microphone and state your この名前とクラブとあなたに投票権があるかどうかを示してくださいというのはですね、この、二つのところですね、二つの箱。これは非常に大事です。というのは、ディストリクト評議会で発言できるのは、ディストリクト評議員ですね、クラブの会長、VPE、それからディストリクトの役員だけです。ですから、議長は、その発言資格を、確認するために、あなたの名前、クラブ名、それから自分のですね、投票資格っていうのを明確にしてくださいっていうのを言って、で、それを、述べてですね、そこから初めて動議が出せる、発言ができるというわけです。で、メンバー A が、スプリングコンファレンスの時期をずらす動議を上げて、メンバー B が、セカンドしてます。で、このセカンドっていうのは、その自分の席から叫んでいいわけですね。で、セカンドについても、別に、この提案にですね、賛成じゃなくても、審議するのに、審議する価値があると思えば、自分が反対意見を持っててもセカンドと言えばいい。逆に、セカンドと言わない。で、沈黙を作ってしまったら、その瞬間にですね、このモーションはデッドで死んでしまって、次のモーションに行きます。で、チェアがですね、必ず、モーションがこんなモーションが上がって、動議が上がって、セカンドがありました。ということで、その動議について繰り返さなきゃいけない。ディスカッションに入る前にね。で、その後で Is there any debate っていうふうにチェアが言って初めてそこからですね、上がった動議の理由ですとか背景についてのディスカッションが始まります。で、動議を上げるときに理由をなんか長ったらしく言う必要はありません。何をしてほしいのか何をしたいのかだけを述べればいいです。はい。で、つい言っちゃうんですよね、理由とかね。そこは、置いといて。で、そこからですね、また、メンバー A がですね、自分の動議の説明をするという意思表示をして、チェアが許可して、そこからですね、メンバー A さんが説明を始めます。で、ここでダンさんが言いましたけれども、A さんは自分の動議を通して欲しければ、一番最後に I ask members to vote for this motion という、この動議に対するメリットを述べた後で賛成してくださいと言っていると。で、その後ですね、今度はフェアネスの精神から against the motion ですね。この動議に反対の人は意見を述べてくださいというふうにチェアは 必ず反対意見も聞くように心がけています。で、メンバー B ですね。がですね、反対意見を述べてます。で、先ほどのですね、一番最初に見た悪い例と違って、あくまでメンバー B さんはですね、上がったモーション、動議に対するデメリットを述べています。そして最後に皆さんに反対するように呼びかけています。で、最後にチェアがですね、他に賛成意見はありますか？あるいは他に反対意見はありますか？というふうに呼びかけがあって、最後に採決を取っていると。ここからあとは先ほどと同じですね。で、あまりにも長い場合は、previous question っていうふうに叫んで、もうすぐに採決しましょうですね。previous question って言うとなんかちょっと、そのまま日本語に訳すとなんか意味がちょっとよくわかんないんですけど、previous question っていうのはもう即時打ち切り、即採決に入りましょうっていう動議で、この場合はですね、3分の2のですね、得票が必要です。previous question 叫ぶのはいいんですけども、それをやるかどうかに対しては、そこにいるですね、議員の3分の2以上の賛成が必要です。これは権利を剥奪することになるから3分の2以上の賛成が必要だということですね。Alright, Dan, back to you.
Okay, very good. Thank you very much, Azuma-san. Excellent. Okay. So are there any comments or questions from anyone watching or listening?
Yes, raise your hand, please. So far, I don't see any hands. Yep.
Okay. All right. Why don't I bring up the quiz?
Mm-hmm.
And we'll do that, get a little interaction, I hope. Okay. Okay, now these are multiple choice.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Did you see any good ones that you liked, Azuma-san?
Okay, what is the quorum? Okay, the first one, I show the poll. Okay, hold on.
Oh, okay.
はい。皆さん、Okay, go ahead.
Oh, interesting. Organizers. Okay. So A, B, C, D. What is a quorum? Many people? Whoever shows up? A majority of the membership? More than half? Or check the bylaws? Okay, I don't know. Can I see the results somewhere, Azuma-san?
Yeah, hold on.
Or not yet?
The polling is in progress. Okay,
Oh, okay.
30% voted.
Oh, great.
37% voted. 皆さん投票してくださいね。画面の4つの中から、選んでください。もうすぐ打ち切ります。あと4秒で打ち切ります。2秒、1秒。はい、打ち切りました。でですね、結果はどうやって出すんだ？結果どうやって出すんだろうな。Okay, result is 18% of people voted B, whoever shows up. 73% share result. Okay, this one. This is the result. Dan, can you see the result?
Oh, no, I don't see it. I see a red box says sharing poll results. Organizer must hide poll results to enable screen sharing.
Okay. I am going.
Or if you can just read it out, that's okay. So, were there any for A?
No, 0%.
Oh, 0. Okay, and B was?
18%.
18, and C?
73%.
73. And D?
9%.
9. Oh, very interesting. Okay. Now, the default in Roberts, if there's nothing in the bylaws, the default is C. However, you have to check the bylaws because groups can set their quorum at all different kinds of things. So you have to check the bylaws. So C is basically correct if there's nothing in the bylaws about the quorum. But actually D is the correct answer.
Wow. Okay. So D を投票した人が正解です。
So 9%. All right. So, what, for example, let's say we have like our Toastmasters group. In each club, our local clubs, C is very correct. Yes, C is correct for a local club. Yes, but for our conferences, we have people from all over the country. If we had a majority of the membership from all over the country, how many people would we need to have there? Many people, and it's probably not practical to get half of all of the members in Japan to show up. So let's go down to the district council meeting, the third one. Okay, what is the quorum of the district council meeting? Because this is not the majority. Okay, let's go to this one down here. The quorum of the DCM.
Okay.
Okay.
I launch a poll. はい、皆さんまた投票をお願いします。A, B, C, D, E があります。で、E ですね。3分、クラブプレジデント VP の3分の1と、最後ちょっと切れてるんですね。ディストリクトオフィサーは数えない、クラブプレジデントと VP の3分の1っていうのが E ですね。
D is with, so D is with and E is without.
そうです、そうです。はい、まだ 15% ですね。の方しか投票してません。今 26% の方が投票してくれました。はい、投票もうすぐ打ち切ります。あと5秒で打ち切ります。2、1、0。はい、投票打ち切りです。OK, result. Alright then, the result, A, 0%, B,
0, okay.
19, C,
Okay.
0, D, 56, E, 25.
25.
Yeah.
Aha. Okay, so here's the answer. Because of reading the bylaws, this is where you have to read the bylaws carefully. So the bylaws for the district council meeting in Toastmasters, and this is around the world for the district level, is 1/3 of all club presidents and vice president educations. Plus, the district leaders are not counted. They're not counted to get the 1/3. It's only the presidents and VPs of the local clubs. So this is showing that Toastmasters believes the local clubs have the power to say and decide, and the district leaders are not counted as part of the quorum. So there have to be club leaders there. The district council cannot decide by themselves what to do. So the correct answer is E, elephant E. So 25%, very good. But that's a bit difficult because it's in the bylaws, which maybe many people haven't read that clearly because it's very long and it's on the website. It's a PDF file, very, very long, many pages. And to find that, it's a little bit difficult. But the correct answer is E. Okay?
Right.
Okay, let's go back up to the local club, the local Toastmaster club. Let's look at this. What's the quorum of the local club? Okay, A, B, C, D. So 10 people, more than half of the membership, 50% plus one member, or half plus one, or whoever shows up that day.
Then, for to save the time, would you announce the correct answer? Because this is a local club, and our focus is DCM today, right?
Oh, okay, great. Yeah. Well, the main point of this question is B and C. What is the difference? And I've heard C a lot of times, not only Toastmasters, but other groups. And I've heard this said many, 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 many times, 50% plus one. But this is a mistake. And maybe I'll explain later, but the correct answer, B. More than half is the correct wording. So more than half, be very careful about this. More than half. So let's say we have 9 members. What is more than half? Is 5. So for B, if we have 9 members, the quorum is 5. But C, what is 50% of 9? 50% of 9 is 4.5, I think. Is that right?
Yeah, I think the example would be, okay,
Maybe
let's
that
say,
comes up.
yeah. Let's take a bigger number, like 70 members. But let's not spend time on this
Oh, okay.
question.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, more than half. Please remember more than half. 50 plus 1. No. Okay? So more than half. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Maybe we can skip. Okay. These maybe don't apply so much. Let's look at this one, maybe the last one here. Okay, what is the first step of a business meeting? Okay? A, B, C, D.
I launched them.
Check the quorum.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yep. I launched a poll already.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So the first step of the business meeting.
はい、投票の方お願いします。A、B、C、D4 択ですね。ビジネスミーティングを、始めるですね。最初のステップは何でしょうか？あと30秒で投票を打ち切ります。投票の方お願いします。はい、あと15秒です。今 78% の方が投票お済みですね。はい、あと3秒で打ち切ります。はい、終了です。じゃあ結果を表示しますね。Okay, the result. A, 68%. B, 0. C, 9. And D, 23.
Ooh, very good. So good mix. Okay, the one point, this is very, very good. At the beginning of the business meeting, the quorum should be checked. That's very good. So many people have that one chosen. Okay, close the doors. Okay, maybe that's maybe a good idea. Yell start. Okay. We use the gavel and say the meeting will come to order or something like that. So actually D, previous notice, is the first step of a business meeting. And why is that? Why is D the correct answer? So here's the explanation. Previous notice, this protects the minority. Okay, there's no major or unexpected business that comes up. For example, there's no announcement. We're going to have a meeting next week to buy a swimming pool. But many people don't know. They have no announcement. It's spoken at a meeting, but absent people don't hear the notice, so they don't go to the meeting. So the group buys a swimming pool, and many people are angry. Why didn't we know that you were voting on a swimming pool? Okay, it keeps everybody equally informed of upcoming business. So it protects the absentees. If they can't come to a meeting, they still get a notice something's coming up. And it also, the previous notice, it prevents secret deals from coming up unannounced or being pushed through. Sometimes there may be a small group, we want to do this, but if we tell everybody, they're going to be against it. So they talk privately and secretly for a month or so, and then suddenly, with no announcement, they suddenly bring it up in a meeting and say, let's vote on this, because they know certain people are absent that may be against that motion. But those people who are absent don't know anything about it. So this is unfair. So the first step is previous notice. Make sure that people know the meeting's coming up. And then the next step at the meeting itself is check the quorum. Okay?
Okay? 皆さん、ちょっとだけ簡単に説明しますね。この previous notice っていうのはもう今お分かりだと思いますけれども、次のミーティングのですね、予告っていうんですかね。予告ですね。次のミーティングではこういうことを決議しますっていう予告です。これがビジネスミーティングの最初のステップだって言ってるんですよね。 で、この予告をなしに、例えば、こっそりですね、ある議案を通すとか、あるいは大事なことなのに予告がなかったので、本当はですね、その議決に参加したかった人が入れないとか、いろいろですね、その会にとって不都合が起こりますので、予告は必要だっていうことですね。Right, Dan, it's 10:30.
I think our time's up.
Right.
Okay.
If you have one thing you'd like to share with the people, well, I give you the right to share.
Okay. Yes. There were other things I wanted to bring up, but there's absolutely no time. But I think the main point is partly Robert's rules is common sense. If we go back to the beginning of being fair and keeping everyone informed, and some of the main principles where they were, like being fair, including everybody, not doing things secretively, being open, and things like that. I think that's the main point. And in a bigger meeting, it gets a little more difficult because there are so many people. You can't really talk so much, and there's not that much time. But if you can keep those things in mind, okay, to help the meeting go along and to help keep it as smooth as possible, if you have something to say, make sure you go to the microphone and you're recognized. And if you're for or against, try to think in your mind if you're for something or against something, and that will help you more clearly give your speech when you have a chance to speak. So I think that's also another thing to think about. And then at the end of your speech, say if you want people to vote for something or against something. Okay? So I hope everyone enjoyed it, and if there are any comments or anything from Azuma-san or any questions from anyone?
Alright, okay. 皆さん、ここのところでですね、今日の、オンラインセミナー終了なんですけれども、最後にですね、皆さんの方からご質問ありましたらですね、お願いしたいんですけど、一つだけ、ちょっと取り上げたいと思います。ご質問のある方は挙手のボタンを押していただけますか？大丈夫ですか？で、今日ですね、ディストリクトカウンシルミーティングの議長である、ディストリクトガバナーの渡辺さんいらっしゃってますんで、じゃあ最後渡辺さんコメントちょっといただいてもいいですか？
はい、今日はとても有意義なオンラインセミナーありがとうございました。Thank you very much, Dan, for the excellent meeting.
You're very welcome.
できるだけ皆さんのためにプロダクティブな生産的な会議を頑張って進めたいと思いますので、ぜひご協力お願いいたします。どうもありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。今日ですね、今日の資料、Dan, would you mind if I ask you to share the material you show us? Well, I am ready to, if you don't mind, I'm going to send the materials to the participants or who registered for this seminar. Is that okay?
Yes, no problem.
All right.
That's no problem.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't know which ones you sent or not sent, but for example, the scripts or any of these documents.
Yeah, I don't have the finance. I don't have the finance script. So would you please send me the finance script? Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I can send you what I've prepared, and you can send whatever you want to anyone that came today.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. 今日ですね、使いました資料、先ほどのですね、実際のロールプレイも含めて皆さんの方にお送りしますので、そちらの方もご覧いただいて、来たる DCM のご準備を進めてください。パーラメンタリープロシアロバーツルールっていうのはですね、いろいろ、やり出すとかなり細かいルールもあるんですけども、今日ですね、ダンさんが、やってくださった部分っていうのは非常に重要な部分で、これを知ってるだけでも DCM っていうのはですね、秩序正しく公平に皆さんに平等でフェアな、同じこと言ってますね。議論っていうんですかね。決定っていうのができると思います。非常に基礎になっているものですので、 今日マスターしたところで、かなりの部分のですね、ところがカバーできると思います。はい。じゃあですね、時間になりました。ちょっと5分オーバーしてしまったんですけれども、ここで終わりたいと思います。で、最後に皆さんのマイクのミュートを一斉に外しますんで、あれ外れないな。どうやって外すんだろう。ちょっと待ってくださいね。外れないな。皆さんね、ちょっとマイクのミュートを自分で外すこと。
Muted. Unmuted.
ごめんなさい。自分のね、マイクのミュートを外すことができれば、皆さんちょっとミュートを外してくれますか？今から。
Muted. Unmuted.
はい、皆さん、ですね、その場で結構ですので、ダンさんに大きな拍手をお願いします。Dan, thank you very much for everything you have done for us. Okay, Dan, are you there? Dan?
Oh, okay. Now I'm unmuted. Okay, I guess I was on mute. Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, did you hear the thunderous applause? You?
No, I just heard your applause. Okay.
Yeah, I'm representing the whole group, okay?
Oh, okay, great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so my applause is from everyone. Yes, go ahead.
Okay. It looks, I'm not sure if this is correct or not, but on the attendees, it looks like one person has a question.
Okay, hold on.
Chieko Kimura? There's a question by her name.
She
Just an unanswered question, maybe.
Isae Negishi-san?
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna unmute her. ネギさん、ご質問ありますでしょうか？手が上がっ、はい、ご質問があればどうぞ。
Thank you very much. 時々ね、声が聞こえなくなってしまって、
はい、
困ったんです。
はい。
多分、こちらの機械的なリスクと思うんですけど。
うんうん。今日ですね、先ほど佐々木明さんもそうでしたけれども、声が聞こえなかった、ところどころブチブチになってよくわからなかったっていう方もいらっしゃると思いますけれども、すべてですね、録音してますので、後ほどこれ、公開しますので、ちょっとそちらの方をご覧いただけますでしょうか。
ありがとうございます。
はい。他に質問ありますか？よろしいですか？それではですね、Dan, thank you again. And、皆さん、今日のですね、オンラインセミナー、ここで終わりにしたいと思います。それではですね、今日、土曜日、それから明日日曜日、そして来週金曜日の夕方からですね、ディストリクトのフォールコンファレンスが始まりますので、そちらにいらっしゃる方は、ぜひまたそちらで楽しい時間を一緒に過ごしましょう。ダンさんもいらっしゃいますので、直接ですね、ダンさんにお話したい方は、ダンさんを見つけてですね、ぜひいろいろと質問をして、また知識を深めていただくようお願いいたします。それでは、オンラインセミナーの方終了します。Thank you very much again, Dan, for your effort and support. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much for your help with the technical side.
Okay.
Great job.
Thank you, DG Watanabe, and thank you, Toastmaster Mari Adachi, and thank you, Ayumi Katsukura, and thank you, Takako Shibata for preparation. All right.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, everyone, and have a great weekend. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you, everybody, for your help.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.